You are the crossroads of Europe, between powerful empires, between East and West. For centuries everyone wanted to own you, control you, erase you, yet you survived. This is your life as Ukraine, the birth. It is the year 862 and you do not exist yet. You are scattered Slavic tribes living along great rivers. The Dnieper River is your lifeline. A group of Varangian warriors from the north sail down your rivers. They are Swedish Vikings looking for trade routes to the riches of Asia. They see opportunity in your lands. They see wealth. They see strategic position. They establish a kingdom. They call it Kyivan Rus, and you become the heart of it. Your capital Kiev becomes one of Europe's greatest cities almost overnight. Traders from all directions come to do business. Scandinavians from the north, Persians from the south, merchants from Constantinople. Your markets overflow with goods from Asia and Europe. Your people learn to read and write. You develop your own alphabet. You build churches and monasteries. You become educated and cultured. In 988 your ruler Vladimir the Great makes a decision that will echo through centuries. He does not just convert to Christianity himself. He brings the entire kingdom with him. He declares that all his subjects must be baptized in the Dnieper River. Thousands wade into the water. You are reborn as a Christian nation. You become European. You become Christian. You become civilized in the eyes of the West. You are no longer a group of tribes. You are now a kingdom. For 200 years you flourish. Your culture blooms. Your literature develops. Your architecture becomes magnificent. Monks write books in your monasteries. Artists paint icons. Your golden domes rise into the sky. Then the sky goes dark. The Mongol storm. In 1237 an army unlike anything Europe has ever seen pours in from the east. The Mongols, under Bachu Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan himself, leading an unstoppable force. They come like a storm that cannot be stopped. City after city falls. Chernihiv is surrounded and burned. Kiev is next. The walls are breached. The defenders fight desperately but hopelessly. The city burns for days. Hundreds of thousands of your people are killed. Your golden age ends in ash and blood. The magnificent churches are destroyed. The libraries burn. Centuries of culture are reduced to rubble. For the next 240 years you live under Mongol rule. You pay tribute to the Khan. You bow your head to foreign masters. You are not your own. You cannot govern yourself. Your people live in fear. Resistance means death. Freedom seems impossible, but something is happening that will shape your future. The Great Divide. By the 1300s Mongol power is weakening. The empire is fracturing. As Mongol power weakens, new forces move in to fill the void. From the west comes the Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth. Powerful, Catholic, hungry for land and resources. They push eastward. From the east comes the Russian Empire, Orthodox Christian like you, expanding aggressively, claiming to be the true successor to Kyivan Rus, saying they have the right to rule your lands. You are caught between them. Western Ukraine falls under Polish rule. Your western cities become Polish. Your western people are ruled by Polish kings. Their Catholic Church tries to convert you. Eastern Ukraine is claimed by Russia. Your eastern cities become Russian. Your eastern people answer to Russian sirs. You are divided, split between two empires with different religions and different futures, different languages dominating, different cultures competing. This division will haunt you for the next 300 years. The Cossacks. But something remarkable emerges from your chaos and division. The Cossacks, free warriors, renegades and rebels, men who refuse to bow to any empire. They live on the steppes, the wide open grasslands, where no one can easily control them. They raid and trade. They answer to no one but themselves. They form their own republics. The most famous is the Zaporizhian Sich, a community of Cossacks on an island in the Dnieper River. It is a democracy run by warriors. They elect their own leaders. They govern themselves. For a time they represent Ukrainian freedom, a people who will not be controlled, a culture that survives outside empire, a voice that refuses to be silenced. But even the Cossacks cannot stop what is coming. The Russian cage. By the 1700s Russia is growing stronger and more aggressive. Peter the Great builds a powerful military. He defeats Sweden. He expands to the west. He dreams of controlling everything. Catherine the Great continues his work. She is one of history's greatest rulers. She is also one of history's most aggressive conquerors. She looks at Ukraine and sees opportunity. She sees wealth. She sees strategic position. She decides you will be Russian. They claim more and more of your territory. They push west. They absorb Ukraine piece by piece, village by village, city by city. By the end of the 1700s most of you are under Russian control. Russia becomes your master. Your language is suppressed in schools and government. Your culture is attacked and discouraged. You are told you are not really separate from Russia, that you are simply the southern regions of the Russian Empire, that Ukrainian is not a real language, that you have no separate identity. But your people know the truth. You are not Russian. You are Ukrainian. You have your own language, your own culture, your own identity, your own history. For the next 200 years, you resist, quietly in many places, openly in others, persistently everywhere. Your language survives in villages away from Russian eyes. Your songs survive in kitchens, where Russian police cannot hear them. Your identity survives in the hearts of your people. Writers write in Ukrainian, poets write in secret. Teachers teach Ukrainian to children in private. The culture refuses to die. The Soviet cage. Then the Russian Empire collapses in 1917 in a violent revolution. For a brief moment you hope for independence. For a brief moment you are free. Ukrainian flags are raised. Ukrainian government is declared. But the hope does not last long. The Soviet Union rises from the ashes of the Russian Empire, and you are reclaimed. For the next 70 years you are part of the Soviet Union. Moscow controls everything. Your economy serves Moscow. Your government answers to Moscow. Your future is decided in Moscow. But worse is coming. Under the dictator Stalin, millions of your people starve in the Great Famine of 1932 and 1933. Estimates say between 3 and 5 million Ukrainians die. Some say even more. This is not an accident. Moscow deliberately takes your grain. They confiscate the harvest. They send it to Russia and sell it for money. Meanwhile your children starve. Your mothers die. Your elderly perish. It is genocide by starvation. The Holodomor. That is what your people call it. The killing by hunger. The world largely ignores it. Then World War II comes. Millions more Ukrainians die fighting the Nazis. Millions more die under Nazi occupation and atrocities. Your land becomes a battleground between Hitler and Stalin. Neither cares about your people. Both use your land for their war. After the war, the Soviets reclaim you completely. For 45 more years you live under Soviet control. Your language is discouraged in schools. Russian is the language of power and advancement. To get a good job you must speak Russian. Your identity is suppressed. Soviet ideology is forced into your schools. Soviet propaganda fills your media. Soviet soldiers patrol your streets. But you never surrender. The Awakening. In 1986 something catastrophic happens that shakes the world. The Chernobyl nuclear disaster. A nuclear reactor explodes. Radiation spreads across your land like an invisible poison. Entire cities are evacuated overnight. Hundreds of thousands flee. Thousands die immediately. Thousands more die in the years that follow. Chernobyl becomes the symbol of Soviet failure. The Soviet government lies about it. They hide the truth. They suppress the facts. They tell the world it is not that bad. But your people know the truth. Your people finally see the truth. The Soviet system does not care about them. It only cares about power and control. It will sacrifice your children. It will poison your land. It will do anything for power. In 1991 the Soviet Union collapses. And for the first time in 300 years, you are free. Freedom and struggle. Ukraine declares independence on August 24, 1991. For the first time in centuries you are your own nation. Your flag flies proudly. Your national anthem is played. Your language is celebrated. Your culture flourishes. But freedom is complicated. Your economy struggles without Soviet support. Your politics are chaotic. Corruption is everywhere. Russia watches from the east. Always watching. Always waiting. In 2000, for when you try to move closer to Europe, Russia interferes. The government steals the election. The people find out. The Orange Revolution erupts. Millions of your people pour into the streets wearing orange. They camp in the cold. They protest day and night. They are demanding democracy, demanding freedom, demanding honesty. You win. For a moment, the government falls. New elections are held. Democracy seems to take hold. But Russia is not done with you. Then in 2014 Russia invades Crimea, without declaring war, without official troops, using soldiers in unmarked uniforms. Your territory is seized. Your people are occupied. War comes to your eastern regions. Thousands of your soldiers die. Thousands of civilians are displaced. Entire cities become battlegrounds. Families are torn apart. But you do not surrender. The present. In February 2022 Russia invades again, this time trying to conquer everything, this time with open war, this time declaring the goal of destroying Ukraine. Missiles rain down on your cities. Tanks roll across your borders. Russia expects to conquer you in days. Your president Volodymyr Zelensky refuses to flee. Even when offered evacuation by America, he stays in Kiev. He fights. I need ammunition, not a ride. That is what he tells the Americans. Your people rise up. They take up arms. Grandmothers confront soldiers with words because they have no weapons. Teenagers fight tanks. Civilians build barricades. Teachers become soldiers. You fight for your home. The world watches as you resist, as you refuse to be conquered, as you fight for your right to exist as Ukrainians. Closing. You are the crossroads of Europe. You have been invaded by Mongols, divided by Poles and Russians, starved by Soviets, occupied by Nazis, suppressed by the Soviet Union. Yet you are still here, still speaking Ukrainian, still singing your songs, still fighting for your freedom. This is your life as Ukraine, a nation caught between empires that refuse to be erased.